Welcome to the WebWatchWorld.com quick video guide to NATO watch straps. Please visit WebWatchWorld.com for the full review and detailed photos of these products and many more. There's a lot of scuttlebutt about the origin of NATO watch straps, but the general consensus seems to be that these utilitarian straps were first issued to the British military as the G10 strap in 20mm and in the British grey color. They got a NATO part number, so the story goes, and the rest is history. A NATO strap will, or should, hold the watch in place even if one spring bar breaks. It's supposed to be made long enough so that it can be adjusted to fit over a jacket, a flight suit, or a wetsuit sleeve. And the fabric underneath the watch case helps to protect the skin from the cold watch case in winter, although if the case is that cold, the watch is probably inoperable anyway. Let's take a look at a variety of NATO straps, and I'll show you some of the things to look out for. Please read the full WebWatchWorld.com NATO watch strap review for more photos and details on these interesting and inexpensive watch straps. Not all NATO straps are equal. In fact, there's a lot of variation, and it's usually not a good idea to buy the real cheap straps, because when a NATO strap is cheap, it's either junk or worthless. For example, these high-quality straps use super strong round metal rings, and they're sewn on either side of the rings for added strength. The webbing is high quality, and it's about 1.5mm thick on this strap, which is 50% thicker than the paper-thin webbing used on other straps. The holes should have a nice even fused edge to keep the fabric from fraying. This is much harder to do on the very thin strap material. The tip of the strap should be rounded and also heat fused, and again the thicker material leaves a more robust edge that resists fraying. Here's a cheap 18mm wide blue striped NATO strap. This one's so cheap I haven't even used it. It looks like somebody used a hot iron to press either side of the flat rings to seal the fabric, and I'm afraid it will tear open. You can see the shiny imprint where they used the hot iron. This one is barely 1mm thick, and the holes are already starting to fray, even though it's never been used. It also has a straight cut tip, a sure sign of a cheap NATO strap, along with thin pressed metal rings. Here's yet another brand. This one is in International Orange with plain metal rings. This one is also sewn, the material is thick, and the rings are very strong. It's not always easy to find the higher quality straps in anything but solid colors. Here's a black and gray 24mm strap that uses a thinner material. It's heat sealed rather than sewn between the rings, but at least the heat sealing is decent. This one also uses the flat metal rings, and overall it's not bad, but it's way too short, as I'll show you in a minute. This is a tropical NATO strap. It's very comfortable in hot weather. This is a narrow 18mm strap on the Commandeersky. It's made from a woven material, and there are no buckle holes. The buckle pin simply slides through the weave for infinite adjustment. Another important consideration with NATO straps is the length. A NATO strap is supposed to be long enough to fit over a jacket or a wetsuit sleeve, and the idea is that the extra length is secured on the side of the strap when you don't need it. This means that a NATO strap should be at least 280mm long. Any shorter and it won't fit on anything over about a 7-inch wrist. These high-quality heavy-duty straps are more than 290mm long. But this gray and black strap is just 270mm long, too short, and the extra length of strap doesn't even fit back between the two rings on the side of my 7¼ inch wrist. So it's important to be careful to make sure of the strap length when buying a NATO. To wear the NATO strap, slide the watch over the main portion of the strap, then thread the long part of the strap through the small length. This always keeps at least one spring bar attached and helps prevent the loss of an expensive watch in a dive. Some people wear the extra length on the outside of the keeper rings, while some tuck it underneath. It's up to you. For more details, photos, and the full discussion of these cool NATO watch straps, please visit WebWatchWorld.com. Thanks for watching.